How often do we recognize the divinity of Christ every day of our life? My dear friends, after Easter octave, when we look into the gospel passages, we come across that the gospel passages are speaking about many miracles and extraordinary interventions of Jesus in the life of the disciples. In today's gospel also, we have a similar incident. The disciples were rowing on a boat, and suddenly there was a storm. They were trying, and then Jesus appears. And when they saw Jesus, they were little afraid. Fear overcame them. And Jesus told them, "It is I, do not be afraid." Now, the statement, "It is I, do not be afraid," is not simply, "It is me, do not be afraid." It is I. The I am statements in the scripture show how God is revealing His name as I am. In Exodus chapter 3, we have Moses, to whom the name I am was revealed. And in the Gospel of John chapter 8, we have Jesus telling, "Before Abraham was, I am." So these passages show that the church wants us to contemplate Jesus, who is human. Till the crucifixion, it was so evident. Jesus' humanity was so evident. But after the resurrection, the church wants to say that the Lord, when He was on this earth doing ministry, the marks of divinity was always with Him as He is intervening in the life of the disciples. Now, two things can be drawn out from this passage. The first thing, how often do we recognize the divinity of Christ in our daily life? My dear friends, we might consider Jesus as a human who sympathizes with us, as the letter to the Hebrews says, who understands all our trials and temptations and problems, is well and good. But we need to move forward from that understanding to Jesus, who is divine. And divinity of Christ is the solution to all of us, because the risen Lord is able to solve all our problems. Beyond time and space, He is able to come and solve our problems. The disciples in today's gospel experienced that. They just desired Jesus to be with them in the boat. But the boat immediately it came to the shore. That is the second point I want to make. When we desire Jesus to be with us in our trials, in our temptations, in our struggles, in our endeavors, in our studies, in our work, that moment Jesus will be with us. When Jesus is with us, the works become so easy. He takes care of us because He has a personal concern for each one of us. How do we do that? Every moment when we focus on the divinity of Christ, we understand how close His presence is with us, how closely He is associated with us. Every moment when we sit at the meditation, sit in prayer, maybe sitting before the Holy Eucharist, they are the moments we understand little more closely the divinity of Christ, what Jesus can do in our life. So the question today we can contemplate, how often do we spend our time gazing upon the divinity of Christ as He is being revealed in the sacraments of the church, in the very spiritual exercises offered by the church?